Guys, I found the creepiest SCP of all time.
What's it called?
It's called SCP-5172, the Body Harvester.
A businessman steps out of his hotel room holding a silver ice bucket.
He
looks
looks
up and
tired.
down the empty hallway until he spots what he was searching for.
He is
An
pale.
ice machine. He slips his room key into his pocket and heads down the hall towards the machine.
Can I open my eyes yet?
As he waits for the machine to fill his
Yeah,
bucket
you
with
can
ice,
open, Adam.
he glances around and
Oh,
spots
Adam,
something.
you have to see this.
There at the end
This
of the
is
hall.
bad.
Oh,
It looks like
no!
someone is
Nope,
sticking
close
their
them
head
again.
out from around the corner, watching him.
What is that? Who
Then
is
they
that?
suddenly disappear.
Ew.
I cannot look.
He doesn't think
I
much of
hate
it.
little girls.
It's probably just some kid playing
creepy.
around.
He's capping.
His ice bucket is only a quarter full. These old machines can be really slow. He looks
Those
around
look like
again
teeth.
and sees the same head poking around
No!
the corner. looking at him.
That's
He
so
thinks it might
creepy.
be a
I really
young
hope that's
girl,
the water
but as
in
he squints
SCP.
to get a better look, she disappears around the corner once again. The ice machine finally finishes filling his bucket. He picks it up and starts
How's
to
he
walk back
unfazed?
towards his room, but stops. He turns around and looks down the hall
No,
to
if
see the
she's
same
there, I'm
girl
leaving.
there again.
No!
watching him.
Oh,
I got
no,
creepy,
no, no, no,
unblinking
no, no,
She has a
no.
beard. It looks like she has
You
a
want
beard.
something? The man asks down the hallway, but there's no response from the girl. She simply keeps looking at him. Are you just going to keep staring at me? That's exactly what she does. The businessman is really starting to get annoyed now. All he wanted to do was unwind with a drink after a long day at a job site. Why does this girl want to keep messing with him?
This is insanely creepy. Jack, what would you do with this situation? Would you confront the girl?
Alec, no, I am going right back to my room. I'm turning on the TV, I'm locking
Yeah.
the door, and I'm probably gonna call my mom and tell her to sing me a lullaby so that I can sleep.
That's a great idea. Where did Adam go?
Adam?
Oh my God.
That's weird. He was there a second ago. Oh wait, I
Where
think
did
I
he go?
see him. I think he's under his couch. Do you see him? I think I see him. Is that him? Do you see him? Wait, am I tripping?
Are you serious?
I thought I saw him. Yeah. Wait. He was getting under there. I swear. Do you see him? No.
What is
dude,
going on?
He's definitely there. I can see him.
He's not there.
Adam.
Nah, this is getting creepy. I don't like this. This is getting real creepy.
You're telling me you can't see him? Oh, there.
Oh,
he
he's
is.
back.
Wait, what?
Oh,
I'm safe now.
I was so scared for you, Adam. What happened?
I thought you were under your couch.
I can't watch without my friend.
I thought she got you.
Oh, no, not yet. Who?
The little girl, Adam. The little girl. I thought
The
she
little
got
girl, Adam.
Not
She's
yet.
here.
No, Jack, stop. It's okay. It's
Guys,
okay.
I think I've heard about this SCP, and let me tell you, the little girl is the least of our problems.
He starts walking down the hall towards
you.
her.
Oh, no.
I don't know what you think you're playing at, the businessman says as he walks down the hallway in her direction.
Why is she talking like
When
that?
he gets halfway to her,
She's
she
still hiding in
disappears
the
behind
corner?
the corner once again. But the businessman keeps walking and talking to her. But if you don't stop messing with me, He rounds the corner and sees nothing.
She's gone.
There's a short hallway that leads to a maintenance closet, but no girl. Did she somehow slip inside the closet?
Nah.
He didn't hear the door, but she couldn't be anywhere else.
Just go back
He
to your
sets down the ice
room.
bucket
Thank
on
you.
the floor and reaches
He still has
towards
his
the
stupid
handle
ice bucket?
with more than a
Go
little
back to
apprehension.
your
He
room.
feels uneasy
sound like
for
my
some
mom.
reason, and maybe even a little scared.
So guys, at this point, I want you to make predictions. What do you think this SCP does?
I hope, I think she gives out candy and ice cream to everyone that comes in contact with her.
I know what it is, Jack. I know what it is. The SCP is the ice machine, and it's going to suck him in, and it's going to harvest his body.
Okay. No.
Interesting. Well, we
Zero
haven't seen
percent.
much. There's only the hotel, there's the man, there's the ice bucket, the ice, and the little girl.
The little girl.
Her name is
exactly.
Adam.
Dude, it's going to get weird.
I
It's
have
going to get
not
weird.
stopped thinking about this little girl.
I'm so
There's nothing
creeped
to be
out.
afraid of. It was just a girl, wasn't it? He grabs the handle and opens the door.
See, oh my God.
Aha! I've got you.
Get a
There's
weapon or
nothing in the
something.
closet. Just a couple of
She's not
mops,
there.
a
Oh
my
bucket,
gosh.
and some
It's a
cleaning
bunch
Where
of
did she
supplies.
supplies.
go?
He pushes the mops aside as if she could somehow be
like
hiding
Narnia.
behind them. But no, there's no place to hide or secret
creeped
doors
out.
to be found.
I'm very creeped
He
out.
really must have
okay.
imagined the whole thing. It was a long day, and a long flight before that. He needed that
Safe
drink.
with me.
He sticks his room key into the door and pulls it out. A green light flashes and the lock clicks open. He grabs the handle to open the door.
Okay.
When he realizes
He's fine.
he's forgotten something.
He's fine.
No.
The ice bucket. The whole reason he left his room to begin with.
No.
He walks
Not
back
the
down
ice
the hallway
bucket!
and past the ice Wait
The
a
ice
second.
machine.
Where's the ice machine? Isn't this where it was? The
Wait,
alcove
Alec,
could
were
have
you
sworn
right?
he got ice just minutes before.
How did that
Is
little girl
empty.
carry that away?
He looks around, up and down the hallway.
Did he eat the ice? Did he actually eat the ice?
Somehow get turned around.
Not
He
yet,
walks
Adam.
to the
Not
end of
yet.
the hall
He didn't
and
eat it?
turns the
Once he
corner.
eats it,
He's
he's
waiting
done.
to put it
Sitting
in
there
his
on
drink.
the floor in front of the
That's gonna be
maintenance
a
closet
trance.
door
Don't eat the
How
ice.
did he
is the
get
ice
there?
bucket.
Ice
He
does
looks
taste good,
around,
though. I love
confusion
crunchy
on
ice.
his face, and picks up the ice bucket.
I think I would crunchy ice.
Back
though.
at his room, he puts his room key into the door. The lock flashes
If she's
red.
in there, oh
No.
He
my
tries the key
God.
again,
No.
and once more.
Alec,
it
what are you doing if
flashes
she's
red.
in there?
He tries the key
No.
a third time, and as
I'm
he
telling
does
her,
so,
get out!
the door opens. He looks up to see
It
a
didn't
large
flash
man
green.
standing in front of
Whoa,
him.
this
whoa.
guy?
Do you need
Alec.
something? The businessman is
Is that
confused.
your brother?
What are you doing in my room? He asks. Your room, the large man responds. Yeah, room 237. The large man looks annoyed. He shoves past the businessman and points across the hall. The businessman follows his finger's direction to see that he's pointing at another door, one that has the number 237 next to it.
That's
Oh
so
my gosh,
creepy,
oh my
isn't
gosh,
it?
oh my gosh, oh my
Wait,
gosh.
isn't that the number of the SCP? Is the room the SCP?
No,
No.
Adam. The SCP is 5172.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Wait, what if this is like the back rooms?
Guys,
like, everything is
sometimes-
like moving around.
Sometimes when I'm
The
in a
whole
hotel, it kind of feels like the back rooms because every room looks the same, every hallway looks the same,
Well,
and sometimes I
I'm
get
actually
really
getting creeped
lost,
out.
and sometimes I go to different rooms and then I forget where things are.
You might
and
just have
I
dementia, Jack.
There's something weird about this SCP. It almost feels too real.
We can stop. We don't have to finish.
Guys, I remember this SCP, and I'm telling you,
We can stop.
It gets worse.
We can stop. Okay,
Look
are
on
we
the
stopping?
wall.
Oh, no,
The
no!
businessman looks at the number next to the door he's been trying to unlock.
I just locked my door.
239.
I'm locking in.
The businessman laughs nervously at his mistake as the large man pushes past him again and closes
like
the
the
door
large man.
behind him. Back in his room, the businessman can finally sit down and pour
She was
himself a
back.
drink.
Don't eat the
He
ice.
takes
Do
two
not
ice
eat the...
cubes from the bucket and drops them in his glass before
Why is he
taking a
not
long
more
sip.
shocked that the ice machine is gone? Why
He
is
turns
he
on
okay
the
now?
TV, but after watching for a few minutes, he
This
finds
is
that
it.
he's having a
GG's.
hard time concentrating. Whatever
No,
this show
GG's.
is, it
Whoa.
moves too
Something's
fast.
wrong
heck
What
is
is he
that?
watching?
What's
Sesame Street?
He turns off the
Teletubbies.
TV and picks up
That
a
is
book
not
instead.
Teletubbies.
Maybe
That's
some reading will
Teleflubby.
help him to relax and get his bearings. He still feels really off. He opens the book, but gets
Things
confused.
about to get really bad.
Is
I
this
know it.
the
I
same
know
book
it.
he bought in the airport? It
Oh,
looks like it's
no.
written in a
It's falling
foreign
apart.
language. It's just a bunch of squiggles.
Jack, I like your
He
theory about
tosses
the
the
back
book on the
rooms.
table and yawns. It's
That was
not
my
that
theory.
late, but he's feeling really tired.
Good stuff,
He
Jack.
gets up, kicks off
Thanks,
his
Adam.
shoes, and lies down on the bed without bothering to
He's
my
not
gosh.
waking up. He's gonna
too
go in some
tired
sort of
for that.
dimension.
Guys,
I know it.
get
I know
ready.
it. I know it. I know
Himself
it.
for a moment.
Just get ready.
Guys,
It's
we've
about to
seen
get
some
weird.
really
Get
crazy
ready.
SCPs. My last theory is that the entire hotel or like apartment complex that he's staying in is the SCP itself. It's the whole thing. Everything is the SCP.
Alec, I'm telling you, you will have your answer in the next 30 seconds.
Oh
Just
gosh, here we
prepare
go,
your
here we go.
eyeballs.
A moment,
I don't
half
wanna
awake,
know.
talking about how he needs to return that foreign book when he goes back to the airport. What were they trying to do selling him something he can't even read? He continues to mumble about the
Oh,
things he'll do
gosh.
to the cashier
Oh,
who sold
no,
him the
no,
book
no,
for a
no.
while until he
Oh,
finally
gosh.
drifts off to sleep. His eyes open.
Oh,
It's dark.
gosh.
Here
He
we
must have
go.
been sleeping
Here
for a
we
while.
go.
The room
We
is
can't just
cold,
watch a normal
too.
video with the
He goes
boys.
to pull the blankets up over him, but immediately realizes that he can't move. Try as he might,
No.
his body won't respond.
This
No.
actually happened to
Single
me
muscle.
before.
Only his eyes seem to work.
Sleep
He's
apnea.
completely paralyzed. He can't even yell
No.
for help.
Paralysis.
Sleep paralysis.
Maybe there was some sort of poison in the ice.
Guys, has that ever happened to you where you've woken up and you can't move?
Yeah.
It only happened one time, and it was really scary, and I didn't
Isn't
like
it
it
so
at all.
scary? That's the weirdest thing about this SCP is that you could almost seeing it be real. Like a lot of things like this could happen to you. Sometimes you think you see things. Sometimes you can't read. Sometimes you can't move when you wake up.
I thought
All
it
of
was
this has
Sometimes
happened
girls
to
stare at
everybody.
you.
I thought it was always like a dream, but it could be the SCP. This could be a real thing. Which okay, I can't watch this. I'm actually leaving again.
No,
Adam,
stay.
it's gonna be
you have
okay.
to stay.
You-
No,
Adam,
Adam, you have to
you have
stay.
to-
Why
Adam,
do I
you
have to stay?
stay.
Why do I have to stay?
It's okay, Adam. You have to learn about this SCP so that it never gets you ever.
Yes, just hug your dirt
So
plushie,
it's gonna
Adam.
teach me how to prevent it?
Yes.
What happened?
You promised?
And what is he going to do? Did he have a stroke? Is he dying? As his mind races through all the different possibilities, he suddenly sees something. From his bed in the dark
the little
room, he
girl.
can just barely make
scared.
out the door
I'm
to his
scared. I'm
hotel
scared.
room.
Do
And
not
he
come
is
in that room, little
terrified
girl.
by
I will
what he
smack.
can
I don't
see.
care. I will
Little
smack the little
girl.
girl. I will
figure
kick her.
appears in the door,
I will punch her 40
literally
feet
in
and
the
she's
door,
teleported through the door.
as if it is phasing through the solid.
No, that's not the little girl.
As the
That is
thing
gold.
enters his room,
That is
it
gold.
looks like
It's a little
acid. The
gremlin.
man wants to scream, but his mouth is still
He can't
completely numb.
move. My
The figure starts crawling towards him. He can see now that it's small, smooth, and completely white. He fights as hard as he can, willing
would
his
die.
body to move.
He can't move. He
But
can't
nothing
move.
happens. He can't so much as whisper. The thing climbs up onto
Nah!
the bed.
Oh
and
my
sits
gosh,
down
no.
right on his chest.
That's
Would
so
you guys close your eyes and
creepy.
give him no-
Dreaming, telling
It
himself
gets
to wake
worse,
up over
boys.
and
It
over
gets
again. as the
worse.
Don't
creature
crawl inside
leans
of his
his
mouth.
face in close to his.
No.
It seems as if it is somehow looking
I had
at
the
him
same
with
dream
its
about
smooth,
Alec.
eyeless sockets. It tilts its head slightly to the side and Welcome. I'm Dr. Bob. We couldn't be
He stuck his tongue in his mouth!
No, Alec, it's worse than that.
No, how
not his
does
mouth.
it work? It doesn't get worse.
I can't spoil it for you, but seriously, stick around and find out. No, he didn't,
He
Adam.
just got French, bro.
French kiss.
Oh my
That's my worst
gosh.
nightmare. I hate.
Hope it's
I
worse
hate
than
it.
that.
Okay, so like, where is this guy staying, and how do I sign up? Nah, I'm kidding.
happier that you've decided to stay with us as we delve into SCP-5172, an extremely dangerous anomaly that is known by the extremely non-threatening name of North American Hotel Ice
Guys,
Machines.
it gets
I
trippy.
called it. I knew it was the
gets
ice machine.
trippy from here on
is
out.
a phenomenon that only affects guests staying at hotels located on the North American continent. It is
That's
unknown
us.
how or what causes these guests to become affected, but those that are will begin to notice something. Ice machines in the hallway of the hotel they are staying in.
Seems normal.
Now you might think this sounds
Ice.
perfectly normal. After all, don't most hotels have ice machines? If you just had this thought, then I have some bad news for you, because
Every
there is a
hotel's
high
ice machine.
probability that you too may have been affected by SCP.
We're all infected, boys.
Wait.
If you've seen a hotel ice machine, you've been infected. You got infected, Alec. You are infected.
Well, we all knew
You're
Alec
infected.
had infections.
Yes, many.
What? That's
But not me! Not me!
Adam,
I've actually eaten the ice before. I love just putting it in my hand and eating it.
I'm telling
I do that
you,
all
Adam,
the time.
this video is going to absolutely blow your mind.
I've drank the Kool-Aid.
172. You see, ice machines are actually extremely uncommon in hotels.
Yeah.
And it is likely that you have never actually seen
It's
one.
true.
Or at least, not a real one.
You can't just say
Allow
it's
me
true,
to
Jack.
explain. In the 1950s, the founder of the Holiday Inn chain of hotels, Ken Williams, had an idea that he thought would set his hotel apart and attract customers, which was to offer more perks and amenities than his competitors.
Good idea.
For example, he implemented a new policy where children would be allowed to stay for free, something most hotels charged extra for.
That's a pretty good
Hotels
idea.
at the time also had a policy of making
That's
their
some Michael
guests pay
Jackson
for
stuff.
ice, but Williams decided to change that by installing ice machines in his hotels. Sadly, the marketing stunt didn't work. The cost of the machines wasn't made up for in new customers, and the plan was discontinued by the mid-1960s. The vast majority of the machines were removed, with the rest being pulled from the hotels as they would
expensive
break down,
could an
since
ice
they were
machine
no
be?
longer worth the expense of maintaining.
A lot of money, Adam.
Despite the
I
fact
guess.
that they only existed in hotels for a brief period of time,
All they do is
there is
freeze
still
ice.
a widely held belief among the public that ice machines can be found in nearly every hotel.
So, Adam, do you believe us now? There's no ice machines in any hotels really these days.
Yes, there is. It's in every hotel I go to, pretty much. Wait,
you're
what are you trying to
infected.
say?
You're infected, bro. You're infected. Adam, have you secretly been getting Frenched almost every night by some creepy golem guy?
You're not gonna make me say it. That's between me and my therapist.
Stay away from ice machines. That's the only thing I'm learning today.
Say it, Adam.
In a poll of the general population conducted by the Foundation, over 80% of adults claim to have memories of seeing an ice machine in
me.
a hotel, a number that is quite
Adam,
literally
clearly.
stupid.
impossible. Just where this mass delusion came from, or why it persists, is currently unknown, but it's theorized to be related to the SCP-5172 phenomenon in some way. The SCP Foundation first became aware of SCP-5172 in 1973, after a series of unsolved murders occurred at hotels in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
What?
Foundation investigators
Yeah.
soon discovered the prevalence of false ice machine memories and installed a number of hidden cameras around the hotels in both their public spaces as well as in the rooms themselves.
This is like telling somebody that their grandma's really their uncle.
Or that their grandma was never even real to begin with.
But Mima.
I'm sorry, Adam. This could be the SCP talking.
It was after viewing the footage captured by these cameras that the Foundation finally got their first look
Guys,
at
this
just
gets
what
really,
happens
really
during an
weird.
occurrence of SCP-5172, which has been dubbed a Zalmunna event. The
Yeah.
Zalmunna event is
Yeah.
triggered whenever a guest at the hotel sees and then uses an ice machine. The moment they use the ice machine, the event cannot be stopped unless certain
all you have to do
actions
is
are
just
taken.
not use an
But
ice
more
machine.
on that later.
I've always
The
used
targeted
the ice machine.
individual who
Kidding.
used
This
the
is
ice
awful.
machine
You gotta
will
stop
immediately
yourself.
begin to have the sense that they are being watched. This usually comes in the form of an unknown individual
I
who
feel that
appears
way.
to be looking at them from the end of the hall where the ice machine is located. Third-party observers are unable to see the person who is
This guy
supposedly
just looks
watching the
crazy.
target, nor do they appear on any recording devices, visual or otherwise. The targets have described the watchers in various ways, leading the Foundation to believe that they may actually be nothing
It's
more
Edgar
than
Allan
hallucinations.
Poe.
What the heck?
Shortly after, the targeted individual will begin to experience feelings of confusion and fatigue, not
I would see a
dissimilar to the
clown.
symptoms of early-stage dementia. The longer it takes the target to return to their hotel room, the more pronounced these feelings will become.
He might just
They will soon have issues completing
intoxicated.
everyday tasks and will
Oh, wow.
experience short-term memory loss. Despite
Alec
these
has
feelings of fatigue and disorientation, targets report that their mind feels too active to fall asleep, anywhere other
Alec,
than
do
a
you feel
hotel
that way?
room bed, that is. This feeling will usually cause the target to seek out their own hotel room, though they may have difficulty finding it due
Just
to
like
their
this guy
confused
did.
state. They don't need to sleep in their own room for the next stage of the Zalmunna event to be triggered, though. Sleeping in any hotel room will do.
So how do you guys think that you stop this from happening? Or if it already started, what do you do?
I would pretend like I'm asleep, but actually not fall asleep. So then I couldn't be in a sleep paralysis. So and then I would trick the golem and then wait for that thing to come in my room. Then when it hopped on top of me, bare knuckle hold.
Alec?
I think that's the only way.
I would wait all the way until the golem's on top of me and it sticks its tongue in my mouth and then bite its tongue.
I
Wait,
might start
guys.
French kiss it
That would
before it
get
could
it.
get me.
Hey, but why wouldn't you guys just leave the hotel?
Well, I paid for the night. I'm gonna stay the night. That's a waste of money.
Respectful.
Once the target lies down in a hotel room bed, they will immediately enter the hypnagogic state, which
Oh
is the
my
confusing
gosh.
and dreamlike state that one experiences in between full sleep and waking. The temperature of the room will begin to lower during this period as well, until it reaches approximately 11 degrees
kinda
Celsius
is like
or
the entire
51.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
that
How is
pretty
this
cold.
happening?
After about an hour, the target will enter a state of deep sleep, at which point SCP-5172-1
Oh!
will finally make its
Is
appearance.
Johnny.
The humanoid-like entity is
disgusting.
quite diminutive in size, standing just 4 feet tall.
He looks like
and
an
appearing
angry
to weigh a little
6-year-old.
over 60 pounds.
Can other people that didn't
Its
eat the ice
arms
see
are
this
twice
thing?
as long as normal humans,
You'll
though,
see, Adam.
and the top of
Alright,
its
I
head
will
is
see.
enlarged as well. Though it is not visible to observers present in the room, cameras are able to record the creature.
Oh, there we go.
After phasing through the door of the hotel room, the 5172-1 entity will begin crawling towards the sleeping person, who will wake up to
Ew.
find that they are in a state of sleep paralysis.
gosh.
The entity will climb up onto the bed
Hey,
and sit on
yo.
the person's chest.
This is where they need like one of them SCP guys with the guns to barge in. How do they not know about this hotel yet? Like they have to know
didn't
people are
find it
dying.
yet. Yeah, but there's like thousands of hotels. They can't possibly go to every single one.
So they just let people die?
They have no other choice.
Well, we don't
Adam.
even know if this guy dies yet. Right now they're just making out. This could be a
It's
good
about
thing.
to get a little bit more freaky than that.
It's been
It
pretty
will move
harmless
its
so far.
smooth-skinned face close
Here we
to the
goes, here we
target's
goes.
before
It's just
opening its
really
mouth,
weird.
revealing a long, thin, proboscis-like
I
appendage.
feel like it's
that
gonna be the guy
inserts
from
into
Stranger
the
Things!
tongue.
Oh my gosh!
Some even theorize that it may be administering some type of paralytic or anesthesia directly into the brain, so that
Why
it
can
can
I feel
that?
Why can I feel that?
Harvesting.
Why do I feel that?
There's the harvesting.
5172-1
Oh, gosh.
entity's chest then opens to reveal a
Nah.
pair of tools.
Nope.
It will
What?
take the tools out of its chest
Nope.
and
What?
use them to begin extracting
No!
4-centimeter cubes directly from the target's body. Flesh, muscle, organs, and even bone will all be cut and scooped out with the same ease.
This is the
which
worst
it then
SCP by
places
far.
inside of its own chest
This is
cavity.
It's literally a walking
disgusting.
treasure
The
chest.
process extremely slow,
Ew.
collecting
This is
just
Minecraft
2 cubes
IRL.
per minute at
Cubes.
first. It quickly ups its pace to as many as 50 cubes per minute.
What is it doing
leading
with
to
them?
The entire harvesting process typically lasting 2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3
Once
hours?
it has finished harvesting, the creature will simply place
This is
its
the worst
tools
SCP.
back inside its
I don't wanna
chest
see what the
cavity,
person looks like
crawl back
anymore.
towards
Please
the
do not
hotel
show
room
the
door,
person.
and phase through it once more.
Please do
But
not
the
show the
horror
person.
He's
is
gonna look
far
like a
from over.
Minecraft
There's more,
open
guys. There's more.
SCP-5172-1 collects all of the organic material from the target during the harvesting process.
do with it?
All except for the central nervous system, which includes the spinal cord, peripheral nerves, the retinas, and the brain.
That's how we feel things.
These are left lying on the hotel room bed after 5172-1 carefully cut and scooped around them. And the truly horrifying aspect of the Zalmunna event is that the target is still alive
No!
at this point and will
That's not
continue to
possible.
live
That
for
cannot
several
be
more
possible,
hours
right?
in
That
this
can't be
condition. Even
No.
worse, reports from targets who had
That's
the
like the
Zalmunna
worst.
event interrupted while in the middle of the harvesting process described being fully conscious the entire time. It now appears that the
Whoa.
proboscis-like appendage that 5172-1 inserts into the target's eye does not appear to be an anesthetic agent at all, since the same rescue targets
I don't
reported
like
feeling
it.
I
excruciating
hate this.
pain.
I literally hate this. I can't even watch this.
Would you still want a French kiss and bite off his tongue?
I would do anything but this. Anything.
I would try. I would try.
If you bite off the tongue, then it can't get in your eye.
That might be the worst like form of torture I've ever seen in my
Wait,
life. It doesn't get worse
Alec,
than
you
that.
couldn't bite his tongue because you'd be paralyzed. I would be.
I think
fake
I'd
sleeping.
rather try to fight Shy Guy, the Sculpture, any other SCP.
That would be a
any
quick
other
death.
SCP.
At least they would just get you.
Exactly. This is painful.
This is slow.
It seems that the purpose of the entity's appendage is to ensure that the victim stays conscious through the whole process, fully aware of each
Ew.
cube being removed from their body.
Do they feel it, though?
To
This
stop
is
it.
Yes, they
serial
feel
killer.
everything.
As mentioned, the triggering of a Zalmunna
Gosh.
event
They just
is not
can't
a
move.
guaranteed death sentence and can be stopped. While much faster
here we
than
go.
humans,
How do we stop it? Let's take notes now.
SCP-5172-1 entities aren't especially strong and sustain damage much like
There
a
we go.
human would. Once it begins harvesting, the entity will
Oh,
become
that looks
visible
like
to
you.
others and can
Oh,
be
this is what I'm talking
terminated
about.
by the same methods that would kill a human, such as with gunshots
Yes!
or stab wounds.
Get him!
Yeah!
However, simply killing the entity isn't enough.
Get 'em!
The affected ice machine must be physically removed from the premises.
It's all from
in
the
order
ice
to
machine? Are
prevent
you
a new
kidding me?
instance
Yes.
of SCP-5172-1
That's insane.
from materializing.
The ice machine starts
Once triggered through the
everything.
use of an affected ice machine,
Why?
the only
Who
way to
created the
completely
ice
stop a
machine?
I
Zalmana
don't know.
event is for the target to leave the hotel and sleep in a private residence, which will prevent SCP-5172-1 from appearing.
I would have never done that.
If the target sleeps in any bed in the same or even a different hotel, the event will continue.
Oh my
Efforts
gosh.
are underway to better understand SCP-5172-1
Can he
entities
phase
by
through walls,
capturing
though?
a live specimen.
Yes.
But so far,
Then how
all
are they able to
attempts
capture
have
it?
resulted in failure. Captured entities are capable of
Special
manifesting their tools and cutting out of containment.
Exactly.
While all
Look at that.
attempts
See?
at binding or otherwise tying down the creatures has led to them dying within several minutes. Autopsies of dead instances have
right back
revealed
at
that,
you,
like us,
nerd.
they have a circulatory system, though its
Yeah,
heart
but
is
they can't even
located
get
in
any
its
information
head,
out of this thing.
which explains how they can be killed by being shot or stabbed, but they lack respiratory and digestive organs. As you can imagine,
Do they-
So they
the
don't even
existence of
eat anything.
SCP-5172 presents
Do
a
they eat
problem
the-
for
the
Foundation
flesh?
personnel
No.
and their business
No.
travel.
So why do they even do it?
Agents
For
who
funsies?
must stay in hotels
Yeah, for
rather than
funsies.
SCP safe houses are briefed on the anomaly
They're sick.
and required to wear
This is
heart rate
disgusting.
monitors that can detect when an elevated heart rate occurs that may be connected to a Zalmana event. Social media, text messages, and other forms of communication from devices that are connected to hotel Wi-Fi systems are
Imagine they have like that heart rate detector thing to see the people's heart rates in the area. And they burst in thinking that they're about to like stop some crazy creature, and it's just like a bunch of guys playing Dungeons and Dragons.
At least they were safe, you know? At least it wasn't the SCP. They were just playing Dungeons and Dragons.
monitored at all times
like Alec
for
does.
any references to ice machines, and any mention triggers the dispatching of a containment team to the site who will attempt to identify and remove both the ice machine and the targeted individual from the premises. All ice machines discovered at locations thought to be affected by SCP-5172 are then relocated to Site 30.
This is an easy solution. Just destroy every ice machine. We don't even need ice. I will drink warm water. I'm good.
Same. Agreed. Get rid of all of the ice machines in hotels.
Just get rid of it everywhere. I don't even care. I would rather drink dirt. I kind of like dirt.
One final note. While SCP-5172 has long been thought to be a North American exclusive phenomenon, there has recently been one confirmed instance of an affected ice machine in Amsterdam,
no.
the Netherlands.
Alec, you were just in
Making it even
Amsterdam.
stranger
I
is
was.
the fact that the Dutch do not seem to have the same mass public perception.
Alec, was there an ice machine in your hotel?
Alec, I think it's following you.
Alec,
I don't think so. I don't think that there was.
are you sure?
I don't think that there was.
Of the prevalence of hotel ice machines that North Americans use, and it is still unclear if this was a single isolated event or a sign that the Keter-class anomaly is spreading to other locations. Only time will tell. But in the meantime, even if you're staying outside of North America and want a frosty drink, consider paying the outrageous fees and grabbing an already cold one
Yep.
from the minibar.
Yes.
If you don't, you might find that you're paying for your refreshing beverage with much more than a pound of flesh.
Wow, that's a great ad for mini fridge items. Because that's all I'll be drinking from now on. I'm not touching ice.
Well, luckily, SCPs aren't real, guys, so we have nothing to worry about. Right, Alec?
I actually think they're real.
If you guys enjoyed that video and want to see more SCPs, click here.